The comedic stylings of Tom Sibley.
Yay!
Interesting that Sullivan should mention the Salem witch trials, because my 12th great grandmother was a Salem witch. She was actually acquitted because she was a real witch. You might be familiar with her in The Crucible, or if you've seen the film, if you haven't read the book, you might remember Winona Ryder saying, "Mary Sibley!" But anyway, it's interesting, she got the recipe from Tituba to make a witch's cake, which involved putting a dog's urine in the cake. That's really all you need to know.
I said
Now-
comedy, damn it.
Oh, I know. A little out of sorts. I moved this month, which was difficult.
Oh.
Thank God for amphetamines. Everyone was sad that Joan Rivers died, except the embalmer who had the day off. The Aztecs pioneered triple bypass surgery. If the founding fathers were alive today, they would roll over on their slaves. Childhood obesity is the default airbag. Plague was originally considered a godsend. I think it's funny. Tasers aboard a packed room. Yeah, again, like if you don't get it, it's your problem. I usually just shake women's hands because you shouldn't grope and feel them unless they want you to. Shut up. Like I said, I moved this week. None of this shit's funny. They come up with it at the last minute. Ebola is the first conclusive proof of intelligent design. Helen Keller smelled more than most. Keep paying fast food workers minimum wage and they will keep having sex with your food. Navy dolphins have the worst record of sexual harassment. Dolphins like to rape. In case anyone doesn't know, my mother was actually raped by a dolphin.
Sorry, dude.
I'm sorry.
Crime doesn't pay unless you're the prison industry. Never date a nuclear physicist unless you like hot messes. I don't bother with second opinions because there's nothing worse than a paradox. I skipped a lot of stupid stuff. You should thank me later. If you want to kill a mime, you should cut its hands off so it can't scream. Collateral damage is projectile dysfunction. Don't worry if you're fucking up left and right, it just means that you're ambidextrous. Now I have a couple of songs and then I'll go away. Billy screams out for his mother, who's just a kid whose parents sold my girl his bum. Frozen days are gone, I'm a getting warm, my baby just knit me a sweater. Wild horses will eat them someday. You are so shootable to police. All we are saying is give priests some pence. police are often fired because they feel too much. We don't need no sex education. We don't need no birth control. I'm gonna finish with something that I always finish with, which is pretty stupid. But I do it anyway. So I guess.
Yeah.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger singing Shout. Gonna need a moment to get it, meditate. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on! I'm talking to you. Come on! Thank you very much.
The most unusual man on earth.
That's for sure.
Andrew Kirkpatrick.
Yay!
Tonight we'll be presenting a video. The following program does contain information which may induce seizure in sensitive individuals. If you begin to experience dizziness, please cover your face.
For real?
You don't have to really cover your face. Just your eyes.
ready for more letters from real life?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Dear Mr. Branson, in reference to Mumbai to Heathrow, 7th December 2008. I love the Virgin brand, I really do, which is why I continue to use it despite a series of unfortunate incidents over the last few years. This latest incident takes the biscuit. Ironically, by the end of my flight, I would have gladly paid over 1,000 rupees for a single biscuit, following the culinary journey of hell I was subjected to at the hands of your corporation.
Look at this, Richard. Just look at it. See image one above, Richard. I imagine the same questions are racing through your brilliant mind as were racing through mine on that fateful day. What is this? Why have I been given it? What have I done to deserve this? And which one is the starter and which one is the dessert? You don't get a position to yours like Richard with anything less than a generous sprinkling of observational power, so I know you will have spotted the tomato next to the 2 yellow shafts of sponge on the left. Yes, it's next to the yellow sponges, without the green paste. That's got to be the clue, hasn't it? No sane person would serve dessert with a tomato, would they? Well, answer me this, Richard. What sort of animal would serve the dessert with peas in it? See image 2 above, Richard.
I know it looks like a bhaji, but it's a custard. It's in custard, Richard, custard. It must be the pudding. Well, you'll be fascinated to hear that it wasn't custard. It was a sour gel with a clear oil on top. Its only redeeming feature was that it managed to be so alien to my palate that it took away the taste of the curry emanating from our miscellaneous central cuboid of beige matter. Perhaps the meal on the left might be the dessert after all. Anyway, this is all irrelevant at the moment. I was raised strictly but neatly by my parents. And if they knew that I had started dessert before the main course, a sponge shaft would be the least of my worries. So let's peel back the tinfoil on the main dish, and let's see what's on offer. I'll try to explain how this felt. Imagine being a 12-year-old boy, Richard. Now imagine it's Christmas morning, and you're sat there with your final present to open. It's a big one, and you know what it is. It's that Goodman stereo you picked out of the catalog and wrote to Santa about.
Only you open the present and it's not in there. It's your hamster, Richard. It's your hamster in the box and he's not breathing. That's how I felt when I peeled back the foil and saw this, image 3. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that it's more bhaji custard. I admit that I thought the same too, but no. It's mustard, Richard, mustard. More mustard than any man could consume in a month. On the left, we have a piece of broccoli and some peppers in a brown glue-like oil. And on the right, the chef had prepared some mashed potato. The potato masher had obviously broken, and so it was decided that the next best thing would be to pass the potatoes through the digestive tract of a bird. Once it was regurgitated, it was clearly then blended and mixed with a bit of mustard. Everybody likes a bit of mustard, Richard. By now, I was actually starting to feel a bit hypoglycemic. I needed a sugar hit. Luckily, there was a small cookie provided. It had caught my eye earlier due to its baffling presentation. See image 4.
It appears to be in an evidence bag from the scene of a crime against bloody cooking. Either that or some sort of backstreet underground cookie urged out of gun-toting maniac high on some supply of yeast. You certainly wouldn't want to be caught carrying one of these through customs. Imagine biting into a piece of brass, Richard. That would be softer to the teeth than the specimen above. I was exhausted. All I wanted to do was relax, but obviously I had to sit with this mess in front of me for half an hour. I swear the sponge shafts moved at one point. Once cleared, I decided to relax with a bit of your world-famous onboard entertainment. I switched it on. See image 5, Richard. I apologize for the quality of the photo. It just was incredibly hard to capture Boris Johnson's face through the flickering white lines running up and down the screen. Perhaps it would be better on a different channel. See image 6, Richard.
Is that, in a little bit, Ray Liotta? A question I found myself asking over and over again throughout the grueling half hour I attempted to watch the film like that. After this, I switched off. I'd had enough. I was the hungriest I'd been in my adult life, and I had a splitting headache from squinting at a crackling screen. My only option was to simply stare at the seat in front of me and wait for either food or sleep. Neither came for an incredibly long time. But when it did, it surpassed my wildest expectations. See image 7 in a little bit. Yes, it's another crime scene cookie. Only this time, you dunk it in the white stuff. Richard, what is the white stuff? It looked like it was going to be yogurt. There's Ray Liotta. The white stuff looked like it was going to be yogurt. It finally dawned on me what it was after staring and staring at it. It was a mixture between the bhaji custard and the mustard sauce. It reminded me of my first week at university. I had overheard that you could make a drink by mixing vodka and refreshers. I lied to my new friends, and then I told them that I'd done it loads of times. When I attempted to make the drink in a big bowl, it formed a cheese, Richard, a cheese. That cheese looked a lot like your bhaji mustard, Richard.
So that was that, Richard. I didn't need a bloody thing. My only question is, how can you live like this? I can't imagine what dinner around your house is like, but it must be something. It must be like something out of a nature documentary. As I said at the start, I love your band. I really do. It's just a shame such a simple thing could bring it crashing to its knees and begging for sustenance. Yours sincerely, Ramrod Banshaw.
Paul Charles, Virgin's Director of Corporate Communications, confirmed that Sir Richard Branson had telephoned the author of the letter and had thanked him for his, quote, constructive, if tongue-in-cheek, unquote, email. Mr. Charles said that Virgin was sorry the passenger had not liked the in-flight meals, which he said was, quote, award-winning food, which is very popular on our Indian routes, unquote. Sakes, it's time for another improv. I need a question for the three-headed wizard. Three-headed wizard. A question. A question.
Where's the G spot?
Just go home.
All right, three-headed wizard. Where is the G-spot?
It is directly into the universal hole between star constellation Aries and star constellation Virgo, where the pot pours out water and springs it all over the horoscopal people.
Fecal hole where little eyes peer out with wanton intent and lusty curiosity. They look and look and look.
Yo, looking fool, because he's my G. I know where to find him. I know where to find that guy. He thinks he's running away, but I know where to find it because he has my money.
Where I always lose my change when I'm going down to look for the G spot because I heard he had a bag of weed. Only he slowly slipped past by me.
And when someone else slips by you on your way to the G-spot, you know you may have problems.
Yeah, I'm a problem, fool, and I'm going to take it to you, okay? G.
Said the G spot too made a very inappropriate text message to me, so it must be true since I've read it in my phone.
It's a good thing that the particular women whose G-spot I'm often looking for likes gangster rap.
Oh shit, we talking about girls? Yeah, I can find that.
Leticia Cortez. Are you standing or sitting, my dear?
Okay. Is this okay?
Yep. Nice purple shoes.
My hiking. Gym shoes. Okay, thank you. This poem is called Some Silence. And I just wrote it 2 days ago because I've been reading Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin. There, it passed. Does an instant in time go back, forward, or stay in the vacuum of the moment? What lures one's sense of being besides the combined feelings, sounds, smells, sights, tastes that make up that instant? We move toward a past that's reachable. Only in memories her clock. And this is a bit of a test for you guys that may or may not
A
like.
test!
Yes, a test. That may or may not like poetry, or that may know some poetry. Anyway, it's called The Love Song of J. Alfred Tupac. Does anybody know who wrote that? And Christine, don't tell them.
Yes, Elliot.
Shut up.
Sorry.
No.
I
Yeah!
thought it was a test. I thought it was
Yeah.
I was trying to pass the test.
Come and join me, and we can recite it.
Yeah?
Let us go then, you and I, when the evening is spread out against the sky. Let us go through half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights in one-night cheap hotels, and sodas restaurants with oyster shells that leads you to an overwhelming question. Oh, do not ask what is it. Let us go and make our visit. In the room, the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. And indeed there will be time to murder and create. Time for you and time for me, and time yet for 100 indecisions, and for 100 visions and revisions before the taking of a cup of tea.
Who am I? So, back to no females, boys?
It's a conscious choice, man.
Not mine.
Pussy. Yours or theirs?
Whose?
Exactly.
It's just a little break.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have work to do?
No.
Yes, you do.
No. I tell you what to do.
Just do it!
Okay. Welcome to part 30 of these ding-dongs' non-adventures as they break through their tiny brain cells to try to add meaning to their pathetic lives.
Oh, our lives are just fine.
Speak for yourself.
Mine changes like all the time. It feels like life is just a bunch of cycles with ebbs and flows and sometimes rapid cycling. And if you don't just go with the flow, but instead try to resist or control the moods, then, well, that's when you get into trouble.
Okay, great. You have figured it out. Y'all learned your lesson. We can go home now.
No. 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 No!
No?
No, 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 no.
It was only 3 the second time.
Yeah, but mine sounded better, more fluid.
Your mom is more fluid.
That's better. Now, why were you shouting? So emotional. Yeesh.
Because I'm the one who gets to complain about going home, not anyone else.
Let's play the polite swear game. Horse feathers.
Your cousin.
Faithful.
Cock malarkey.
That isn't exactly polite.
Now let's play the general game. I'll be first. General Disarray.
General Mayhem.
General Chaos.
General Lee, okay.
That was a lot of fun.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you just did.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow, such hostility.
I was wondering,
About no, you asked your question.
but I want to know.
No, 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 no!
I have a question. The power.
What's your question?
Gloater.
Fuck!
I forgot.
How could you forget? It was 2 seconds ago.
Oh, I can definitely forget stuff that quickly.
Of course you can.
Why fight it?
You know what I say about deciphering dreams?
Dig deep.
Know that they're fucking weird and you shouldn't pay that much attention to them.
Horse shit.
He's right.
Dreams are like the only thing people should ponder more than they do. And stuff, maybe.
He's right.
You're just taking sides.
No, why would I do that?
So you get paid more?
He gets paid?
Do not. I do the paying, motherfucker.
Oh, good. I need a little getting around scratch. Thanks, buddy.
You have gotten off course. What does this have to do with philosophizing about life and your lack of females around y'all?
That's a conscious choice, man.
Not yours.
Getting around cash has a lot to do with life's little philosophies. And having women around.
True.
True that.
Truth is relative.
Unless I say otherwise.
If truth is relative, then shouldn't things be okay more often? I mean, if we just stay true to ourselves.
Exactly. Bingo. Now we can go home.
Not quite yet.
Why not?
Because I want to say something deep too.
Good luck.
Fuck you, you tiny little dickhole squirt.
Hey, I meant it. Like, good luck. Why does everything I say have to feel sarcastic?
It doesn't.
Well, it just did.
Shut up, ninnies.
Okay, can I say something profound now?
Hope the fuck so.
The fuck?
Well, young man, go ahead. You have the floor.
Why do you sound like my dead father?
Sorry, I thought it would help.
Well, it didn't. Now I've lost my moment!
See, that's life. Little moments. It's just a bunch of weird little moments that don't make sense, with some great ones smattered in between, some pretty painful ones, and some rather dull ones, and whoosh, that's life.
Well, see, there you go, Jules. You got the Profundity Award tonight.
Yippee!
Fuck!
Yes?
Nothing at all. Much better.
Now
That is deep.
And stay tuned next month for more profound bullshit from these profound bullshitters. And maybe even some female companionship again. Perhaps even a new one.
It's not bullshit, it's truths.
Our truths.
One man's bullshit is another man's truth.
And there you go. The end. Good night. Now go home.
Okay.
When you purchased a ticket, you were given half of a raffle number. I possibly have the other half. No, I don't. Hey man, where's the raffle number? Oh, I see how you are. Heavens to Betsy. Just in time for Halloween, a glow-in-the-dark trident. Well, simulated picture here.
Everybody's a winner.
The last three numbers of your ticket will read 690 if you are the recipient of the glow-in-the-dark trident.
What if that's the first three numbers of your telephone?
That's the first three numbers of many people's telephone. Nice try. How about 692? 692, perhaps? Going once, going twice. All right, then.
Pulling them out.
All you suckers.
695?
Yes! What? Liar.
You can't get a raffle ticket. You're a member of the troop.
Anymore. Not if you can get a trident.
682, perhaps? 682. Everybody out in the lobby drinking Pan-Galactic Gargle Blasters?
You're missing out, suckers.
693?
Yeah.
Really?
I actually won.
Congratulations, luminescent Satan.
It would be the guy in the back corner.
You didn't want to check this?
No,
We believe you.
No, you could have lied all along.
yeah, you waited too long.
Is this an authentic replica of a Game of Thrones character?
Sure.
Oh.
Whoa.
No, it doesn't have a penis.
Come on.
Oh, he's so cute and fluffy. Okay, the last three numbers, 691.
Come on.
Huh? No. We can pretend a great many things, but not that.
I know, yeah. It's the big prize.
681.
Me.
What?
Me who?
Liar. Impossible. No.
Wait.
How could you have two tickets?
Wow.
Check the numbers.
Did you buy extra tickets?
Give it to the pretty girl
Check
in
the
gravity.
numbers.
All right.
She got on stage.
It is actually possible to buy extra tickets. I should have mentioned that earlier.
Is that it? Is it all over?
I'm sorry, that's the end of the raffle for tonight.
Screw you, Diesler.
All right, I believe we're near the end, but not before Ethan Parrott sings another fabulous and funny song.
This
song is called I Am Sad. So very, very sad.
So sad.
All right.
That was great. Wow.
Okay, you guys look like you could use some black keys. A little wake you up, maybe. Maybe it'll put you to sleep. It's a slower song. The song is called Little Black Submarines. It's by the Black Keys. Maybe I don't remember the chords to that song. Yeah, because that's what it was. What I was planning on playing. So I made sure that I knew all the words. I went through it like during the last thing that was happening. And I just don't remember the chords. No, that was it. That was it.
You nailed it.
You nailed it, man.
Keep doing that. Oh hey, there we go.
Sounds good.
That's not quite right.
Sounds nice.
Let's play something. This is a pickle because I really don't remember the chords. I'm not messing with you.
Take it off.
All right, that's good. Little black submarine operator, please put me back on the line. Told my girl I'll be back, operator, please. This is wrecking my mind. Oh, can it be the voices calling me? They get lost and out of time. I should have seen the glow. Everybody knows that a broken heart is blind. That a broken heart is blind. Pick you up, let you down. Now I want to go to a place I can hide. You know me, I had plans, but they just disappeared in the back of my mind. Oh, can it be the voices calling me? They get lost and out of time. I should have seen the glow, but everybody knows that a broken heart is blind. That a broken heart is blind. Treasure maps, fallen trees, operator, please put me back on the line. Stolen friends, enemies, operator, please. This is wrecking my mind. Oh, can it be the voices calling me? They get lost and out of time. I should have seen the glow, but everybody knows that a broken heart is blind. Yes, a broken heart is blind. Oh, a broken heart is blind.
Nice job. Nice job.
Get up here, boy. Get the fuck down!
Get out there.
Right. You old coot.
Give him that flashlight.
I don't need no flashlight. You can't even see in the light. Oh man, I think there's something wrong with kids today.
You're right about that. What isn't wrong with kids today?
So it's finally happened. she can't.
Crap, she don't got no flashlight?
Well, it ain't that.
Oh, no computer.
Exactly. She's trying to do her computer, but she ain't got no internet.
Well, what about her phone?
Phone was dead too, otherwise I would have gotten a text in. Dad, make the internet work.
What about your phone?
Well, my phone, it's an old dumb phone.
Dumbass!
Hey, but back in my day, life was easier, you know? We didn't have all them fancy smartphones or
No fucking way!
or any of those like personal computers. Well, you had to hit the books nowadays. Go pick up an encyclopedia, put it in your backpack, and store it in your locker.
Ooh, we never had backpacks. Only the rich kids had backpacks. I went to public school. We didn't have lockers or encyclopedias or books.
Oh, peanuts. We had it worse in my day, of course. We had to walk to the library, which was halfway across town, about 37 miles, uphill, ass backwards, both ways, without any feet.
Gosh, damn.
And we only had one volume of the encyclopedia set. We had to share it, all 175 of us.
Our school couldn't even afford children!
Yeah, and in our days we didn't have them fancy text messages. You had to sit at the phone for 3 hours waiting for a call. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing nothing that night.
That's nothing. We used to have to walk down the street to the worst neighborhood in the whole town and just hope we didn't get the shit and use a payphone and hope we didn't get the shiv on the way.
Pickle juice. You kids got it easy. We only had two options. One, tie a note to the leg of a carrier pigeon, which ain't as easy as it looks, I can tell you.
Couldn't be.
Would have been nice!
You done?
I know,
You never done.
I ain't ever did.
If that didn't work, the only other option, number two, was to send fucking smoke signals.
Fuck, back in my day, you wanted to send a message, you had to hang the fuckers. You get a noose out, and you hang the fuckers. That's how you send a message.
Yeah. Back in my days, we didn't have them laptops or tablets, no Windows. Well, we had 3 colors on our monitors: black, green, more black.
Well, no one had a personal computer in our time. Well, I had to log into a terminal on a mainframe and write COBOL for 17 hours just to make my name dance across the screen.
It's cobalt! And that would have given me an orgasm compared to compiling all my programs on punch cards, which is what I had to do. One time I tripped and spilled 100 punch cards all over the floor and accidentally fed them into the computer backwards.
Damn.
Shit on a cracker.
Yep. What happened was it caused a nuclear holocaust.
Good Lord, you all a bunch of pussies. We didn't have programs in my day. We had pogroms. My day, you didn't punch cards. You punched minorities.
Oh, man. Been rough. And you know, back in them days, we didn't have YouTubes or movies or any of that shit on your phone. Forget it. You were lucky if you got to sneak into a movie theater to see one of them picture shows, and they caught you, scooped out your eyeballs, and threw you in the alley to beg for money.
You got to see a picture show? Well, okay, Rockefeller. We had to sit all huddled around the radio with my parents and stare at the radio. My dad's feet smelled like French cheese.
Freedom cheese.
Well, putting on the Ritz, we had to gather wood for a fire, build a fire, and then sit around staring at the fire till 3 a.m. waiting for my sister to fall asleep so she could cop a feel. We could cop a feel. Yeah, like kidding.
You're lucky. In my day, our only entertainment was to sit around staring at the people we threw on the fire. Really difficult material to masturbate to, I can tell you.
You can't masturbate. You haven't had an erection since Nixon was in the White House.
That's why I had an erection.
Oh, man, and today, pornography is ever on the internet. Back in my day, it took an hour to download some pornography. You had to make a cup of coffee, and when it was done, hope you still had an erection, man.
You didn't have any of that fancy
Man.
But I'd have to rub one out real quick before I got home, and Aunt Nancy's, and I'd leave the catalog out with the mails like nothing happened.
Penis tube? That reminds me of Hoover.
Luxury. If we wanted pornography, we had to dress up and act it out for each other in the barn. Just the boys, all 75 of us. And we only had the one sheep.
Oh. You. I lost my train of thought.
In your day.
Back in my day, what the fuck am I supposed to say? All right. Hold on. He can't say nothing. Back in... I know. Just let me get to it. God damn it. Why y'all rushing me? Show us all up. I'll rush you. Look, shit, back in my day, pornography was a war crime. God damn. What are you doing here? How long have you been listening?
Long enough to know you're all full of shit.
Hey! That's how wolves and